next play is Frontmen, again by David Haas, who again couldn't be with us today. This particular play I took on as directing, and when I read it, I'm a big fan of old-time radio, and it struck me that this play might do well as a radio drama. It's the kind of play I could hear in my head as I was reading it. And David returns to his favorite subject, World War II and Russian and German soldiers in this particular drama. So I approached David and said, what do you think? And he very enthusiastically agreed and went and reworked his script as a radio-style drama. And that's the style of presentation we've chosen for you here today. You can see the actors will be reading from their scripts. I will be running sound cues live. Some are recorded and some are live as well. So it's meant to be theater of the mind. And we hope that you enjoy and agree with us. So now, as soon as I get queued up, you ready, boys? Are you ready? Please to enjoy Frontmen.
Continuing the German Army's radio service broadcast to fighters on the Eastern Front. Today, January 8, 1943, an important bulletin from the Führer at his forward field headquarters. The Führer makes known as follows. Upon receiving the categorical assurance of General Paulus that the 6th Army will continue to hold Fortress Stalingrad, the Führer proclaims his unalterable determination to launch a massive spring offensive to relieve our gallant troops in their heroic struggle against the Bolshevik menace.
Jam again.
Hey down there. Albert, Dietrich, what is that racket? I have a rusty prisoner to send down.
Go ahead. Tell him to part the curtain slowly.
He understands you. He speaks German.
Fine. Over there, Rusky. Sit down. Back to the wall. You can drop your hands, but keep them in sight.
You do not have to keep pointing your submachine gun. I am cooperating.
Be sure you keep doing so.
Albert, I took this submachine gun off the rusty.
Lay it down just inside the doorway. Good to have it. Mine is low with ammunition.
The magazine seems full. My gun is full.
Just shut up, Russian. We shall get to you later. Did you search him, Hartwig?
I took a knife and a pair of pliers off him, but those I can use. Where is Dietrich?
I put him out on watch.
He did not challenge me.
He is our open flank. About 100 yards away. Probably he never heard you. How did you happen to take a red prisoner?
Spotted him when I was heading back from taking a look at the far end of the building.
I still have no telephone contact at the far end. The command post switchboard was not able to put me through. They said they would send somebody to check, but I have not heard from them since. What did you see?
Hard to tell in the dark, Albert, but the position looks smashed by artillery fire.
Probably that shelling this afternoon.
I gave the agreed signal. There was no response. I did not try to enter. Should we be talking about these things in front of the rusty?
Makes no difference. Where he'll be going.
Why did you put Dietrich out on watch? He is becoming unreliable.
Dietrich is going through a rough time, that is all. This girl has ditched him.
Yes. He has been whining about it for days.
We're from the same village. Just before the Reds surrounded us, while we were still receiving mail, I had a letter from my own girl back home. Gabby said Erica is stepping out with a fellow. I let Dietrich read the letter. He finds it hard to believe what Gabby told me.
Dietrich says he is sure his girl is writing. Then he goes on about how not many of our aircraft get through now since we were surrounded. How it is mostly red fighter planes overhead, and how it is not just personal mail that is being lost. Also going down is ammunition, food. The Reds are throttling us. That is the way Dietrich is talking.
Hartwig, in our circumstances, relationships back home take on greater importance. That is what
He has a point though, Albert. We are down to 25 grams of bread a day. To live on, to fight on, in this everlasting cold.
When the weather clears, we shall see more of our fighter planes giving up ground. The Air Force will bring in more supplies. We shall be eating fine. Fine. We'll be joking about having to tighten our belts over Christmas and into the New Year. take you to the fasting here at the world-renowned Stalingrad spot. Hardwick, the Fuhrer will hack us up. Have faith, man. We hold till spring, then a massive offensive will break through.
By spring, we shall have eaten our belts. We'll boil them down to soup. Face it, Albert, we are not going to last till spring.
Hardwick, you're not sounding like the man I soldiered with in France.
France did not prepare us for starving in this frozen desert of concrete rubble.
Good evening, German soldiers. Are you suffering from the Russian winter? Unhappy with your lot?
Tonight is Tanya, third night in a row.
Your articulation is better than Katrina's.
You are lucky. Every 7 seconds, a German soldier dies at Stalingrad. Every 7 seconds. Surrender now while you still have the chance. We promise humane treatment, correct behavior.
You know their names?
That is what they call themselves to us, anyway.
Tanya will be dropping the nightly supply of leaflets. One fresh reading.
More calls to surrender, a safe conduct pass. I saved that rubbish for Astley.
25 grams a day, Albert. It'll be a while before you shall need any for that.
Hey, Germans, I've read those leaflets.
Why you just shut the fuck up,
Take
Rusty?
it easy, Hardwick. Put down your rifle. All right, Russian. What about the leaflets? How have you seen them? You maybe do the translation into German?
Hell no. Some leaflets float over our lines. I translate back into Russian, read them out to the boys for a few laughs.
What is so funny about them?
Oh, those appeals to your people for surrender. You showered the same shit on us a few months back in the factory district fighting.
We fought on, Albert. I did not shoot this bird back because you always say to bring back a prisoner. If it were up to me, I would just as soon have shot the bastard.
The intelligent officer wants them.
Maybe I should call up the intelligence officer, find whether he wants to see this one.
Good idea. Give a crank on the phone.
Hello? 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 Dead.
The line must have been cut.
Wonder if it was our mountain little Rusky here with his pair of pliers I took off him.
German, why do you think we carry pliers? But you captured me before.
Sure I did. Albert, I'm going to take care of this.
Do not shoot, Hardwick. Not in here. Our ears will be ringing for a quarter of an hour. We shall not hear anything happening outside. Lower your rifle. That is an order.
All right.
We hang on to this Rusky until we hear what the intelligence officer wants. As he is unavailable, we can question the prisoner to determine suitability for further interrogation.
Hear that, Rusky? Gives you a better chance of sticking around and reaching the POW cage.
You were scouting us? Look, Russian, you do not feel like talking. We have no pressing need to keep you alive, ears ringing or not.
I am dead anyway. I talk, and you fuckers shoot me.
Not if what you say might interest the IO. Are you some kind of infiltration and reconnaissance specialist?
Hell no, I'm only a frontovic, just like you people.
We say front swine.
Same thing, man at the front man.
Why did your people send you out? Is an attack coming?
You think they fill me in on that? Comrade Private Nikolai Nikolaevich, the general has told me to let you know. Hey, how much does your commander tell you?
Hardwick, how little in this Rusky speaks German?
When I spotted him, I told him in German if he moved, I would drill him. He answered in German. Went on from there.
I never heard of a prisoner around here before who spoke German. I think he must be on a special mission.
What? Me? Being out here tonight? No, that's just the luck of the draw. Many Russians know some German.
Your accent is funny.
Ah, blame on the people I picked it up from. My father ran a big bakery up in Saratov. There's a lot of German descendants in the area. Some immigrations a couple of centuries back. I used to help out at the bakery when I was a boy. A bunch of Fritzes worked there. Sometimes they made German bread and pastries. Oh man, that stuff was good.
It's been a while since we have had pastries out.
Most of them. Their Russian was poor. They spoke German among themselves and I picked it up. After a while, they would coach me.
Are you a baker now?
I told you, I am just an infantryman. Before the war, I was in construction work. But I can still bake. When my outfit was defending a factory back in October, we found a bunch of sacks of flour and some tubs of butter in a pit under the canteen.
Let me guess.
Yeah, sure, man. We rigged a small oven and I made bread. Unleavened. But man, did it taste great hot! With that butter melting into it. Oh man, every man was a czar.
Shut the fuck up, will you?
Oh, first you wanted to shoot me when I did not talk. Now...
You keep talking about baking in front of men getting by on 25 grams of bread a day. You might seriously piss off someone.
Do not get worked up, Hardwick.
Albert, I think I should get back outside in case the Reds have anyone else scouting around.
You still worried about Dietrich?
The way he keeps going on about his girl, he's cracking up.
What makes it harder for him, Erica is tripping around with someone from, there's one of those camps nearby.
Oh, shit. His
Yeah.
girl is going out with an SS man?
Yes.
We have our own camps in the far north or way out in Siberia. The people who run them though are the same sort of swine.
You have that sort of people up with you, making sure you do not run away.
Not with us, behind us, blocking battalions. Secret police pricks with machine guns who keep to the rear, out of harm's way.
They're supposed to be why the Red Army fights so desperately.
We have no need of bastards like that to make us fight. You Germans accomplished that. Anyway, nowadays, sometimes they have to fight as frontline infantry. Taking on you people is an eye-opener for the scum.
I had better get outside. We cannot rely on Dietrich. Remember Gregor? Things were getting him down too. Right in the middle of a fight, he dropped his rifle and ran towards the red lines, waving one of those surrender leaflets.
Somebody shot him down before he reached the Reds.
We do that too. When a fella's nerves crack, you cannot let someone go over to the enemy.
Head on up, Hardwick. Watch out, though. Dietrich will not be expecting you.
Listen, Albert. If Dietrich and I fail to make it back, we must not keep this red around too long. We might doze off. Better you should get rid of him, even if your ears ring for a while.
I will keep that in mind.
You okay for hardware, Albert?
I shall be all right. A few rounds left in my submachine gun, but now I have the Rusty's gun here and one grenade.
I have two. I can leave you one.
No, Hardwick. One will do me.
One other thing. That battle in the factory district, Rusty. Mostly you people would not surrender. Once we attacked a position where soldiers had run out of ammunition. They had bricks piled up, hurled them at us, swung at us with sharpened shovels. Utter savages.
You do not like the way people fight. Stay out of their country!
So long, Albert.
See you later, Hardwick.
German. Look at the mess you're in. You people are trapped and we are squeezing you. Your comrade there, talking about the fighting in the factories.
That was why the Army rushed us here last fall. Our regiment had stayed up near the English Channel after we took out the French Army.
A pleasant assignment.
It was just garrison duty and occasional exercises or operational alerts. Plenty of wine, French women, yeah, easy life. And last fall, High Command rushed us in as fresh troops for the assault on the factories.
Our intelligence people told us fresh enemy troops were arriving from France. One of our officers was a grenade specialist. Before the war, he had been a school teacher. He joked about running a special education course for the new Fritzes. Well, that night, he went out on a protection team of sharpshooters, snuck about throwing grenades. By morning, his score was 54 kills.
Sounded like a sniper. Cannot tell down here whether that was one of yours or ours.
There will be other Red Army soldiers out there. You do not have a chance sitting down here in this cellar.
We are not supposed to fight from inside here. When we were first in this position, we had 16 men outside at all times. We rotated shifts.
Now there are just 3 of you. If my people find those stairs, they shall lob grenades down here. Why not surrender now, German? Your situation is hopeless.
No, never. Out of the question.
I do not want to be grenaded by my own people.
Albert, it is me, Hardwick.
Get down here, man. Fast. Keep low. I shall shoot over your head if they come up.
Albert, I cannot.
Why not? And where is Dietrich?
Dietrich is dead. Rusty shot him. We would not surrender.
Oh, dear God. Hardwick, what? Dietrich would not surrender? And you did?
Albert, they promised decent treatment, correct behavior.
And food? Did they promise you food, you greedy swine? Braided bread, perhaps? Ah, you ass licker! You shit shoveler! Oh! Ski, one more step toward your gun and I toss this grenade between us.
You are badly wounded. Let me call my people down. Some of them have first aid supplies.
Diedrich, from him I would have expected such weakness. He was always frail of will, and beginning to crack up. But Hartwig, no, he was a rock. Him I would never have expected to weaken, falter. Not like this. When we were taking the factories, your soldiers would shout at us in pidgin German, "No step back."
Stalin himself gave it as our slogan.
The Germans also have a saying, biblical. It is inscribed on many of our tombstones. Faithful unto death.